Yeah, I'm negotiating with these guys for a podcast, to do a true crime podcast.
You already have a true crime podcast.
No, like one that's like heavily, produced, like one that's on, like Wondery or those.
Oh,
guys.
like a serial type podcast.
Exactly,
with music and suspense,
of course, and interviews. But it's
dun,
not,
dun, dun.
Right.
Who are you negotiating with? Big Tech.
No, it's a Little Bit Everywhere Productions. They're out of L.A. And I've been talking to the guys, and they're super cool. There's this guy Dan, and we.
So did you sign a shopping agreement?
No, we haven't done it. We've just been going back and forth with their lawyers right now.
Bro, you know how many motherfuckers I've talked to in the past month who tell me about shopping agreements they're in? Oh yeah, I got a shopping agreement.
What does that mean? Nothing.
Like, I got a shopping agreement. Yeah, I'm gonna quit my job next week. I got a shopping agreement. I'm gonna be on Netflix. Baby.
Don't quit your job, bud.
My literary agent called me, or sent me an email, and then we talked on the phone. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. And he was like, "Look, I've got these guys. They produce this. They produce that. They want to option the rights to your story." And I was like, "Wait, my personal story?" And they're like, "Yeah, your personal story. They're this. They've got a Netflix thing, and And I'm like, And he's like, and I could tell he was like, could tell I wasn't all excited about it because I've been through it over and over. It's like I talk to maybe 3 or 4 of these people a month, and it's always the same thing. Mm-hmm. We're ready to go. We have a production company. We've got to deal with these people and these people. We're gonna. These people are in with this. We have a first look deal with Sony. We've got a first look deal with this so and so. We've produced this. You can look at my IBM or IMB or whatever the hell that thing is. You can look, IMDb, and and you're right. It does look pretty good. By the way, anybody can put one of those up. But it looks good. And they tell how they're connected with all these different things, and it's huge and it's massive, and we're ready to go. I wouldn't be shocked if we weren't in production within 90 days. We've got a meeting scheduled next week. We're ready to go. We just need to go ahead and sign this sign the option, and we'll go ahead and get going. And yeah, I notice your option says 18 months with an extra 6 months automatic extension if you need it. Right. Well, yeah, that's standard. Actually, it's really not standard. Well, I mean, obviously we need that. Well, why do you need that? You have a meeting next week. You would be shocked if we weren't in production in 90 days. Why am I signing an 18-month agreement? Well, that's just the standard. It's not standard. Stop saying it's standard. There's no standard. That's not standard. But they are all. It's always 18 months with an extra 3 months, or 18 months with an extra 9 months, 18 months with 6 months. It's always they're trying to get 18 months. But what they really do is this. You sign one, you sign one, you sign. You've got a true crime story about fraud. You've got one about murder. This guy's had some crappy novel that came out, but it's an interesting kind of story. And so we've got an option agreement with him for 18 months, and they put them all on the shelf. Mm-hmm. And then when they get the Netflix meeting, they go in and they pitch.
I got this.
Right. They can say we're pitching Shark in the Housing Pool, and they're like, "Man, that's amazing. What else do you have?" Well, we also have this. So you're one of a bunch of people that they've got, but they're not really pushing just you.
Yeah.
They make it sound like
it's a movie about you.
What are you talking about? They're already talking to cast members.
Right.
They're not sure who's going to play you. Is it going to be so and so or so and so? Our whole team is ready to go, but I need 18 months. We're talking about a $40 million movie here, really?
Yeah.
But you can't give me $20,000 for my option?
Yeah, they like to sell you this pipe dream, like that you're going to get some crazy deal and you're something special. But in reality, it's not. It's really just like the biggest scam.
They're brokers. They're all just brokers. They're hoping to get you locked in so they can sell. You know what it is? It's like flipping contracts for real estate.
Yes.
Exactly what it is. Sign them up for 90 days and then run around and try and sell the property so you can make the difference. And that's all they're doing. But it's like, look, you don't, you're not going to con me. Okay, this is not how this works, okay? You don't screw me over. I screw you over. That's how this works. Like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? That's not going to happen. And so it's so funny because I have signed a few options, but they've always been like 60 days, like 90 days or 6 months.
Yeah, you can negotiate.
Right, and then they're always cutouts. So I do this cutout and that cutout. By the time it's all the way down, it's like, look, you have 6 months to get me a deal to be the host of a show that talks about true crime. Anything else is off the table. And they're just like, well, what if? Well, wait a minute. If you come and there's some slight alteration, obviously we'll discuss it at that time. I mean, I'm not stupid. Well, what if we get to the end of the 6 months? So you're telling me you're negotiating a multi-million deal, and at the end of the 6 months, I go, oh, you're hit. Come on, man. I'm not going to do that. I mean, obviously, you're in the negotiations. What am I going to say? Stop talking to him. Talk to me now. Come on, it's unprofessional. Obviously, I'm going to give you an extension. You know, you have to trust me.
Yeah, those motherfuckers are greedy, bro. They want to lock you up.
Absolutely. And this is the thing, too. They keep saying, well, you're going to have to trust me. No. You're going to have to trust me. Like, if you want me to trust you to represent me, you're going to have to trust that I'll give you the extension, and you're going to have to trust that in 18 months is too much. Like, stop. You know, most people get so excited, they just signed.
Right.
And then 3 months later, they're calling, and the guy's not responding to their calls. Maybe 16 months later, they call you up and go, look, we pitched your story the other day, and you're going, who is this?
Yeah.
You know, oh, remember you signed the deal? Yeah, bro, I've left like 16, 20 messages. Oh, I've been real busy. For a year? You know, it's just ridiculous, man. I mean, you know, they're such scumbags.
It's such
in
a
Hollywood,
joke, man. They're
right?
so fucking.
I know that's
they're
why
so fucking slimy, and they're so fucking. They're all liars, and they're all.
Remember the first time we went? We went to like the first night I did concrete, and we went to Waffle House.
Oh,
he was
shit.
Listen, after listening to him for 30 minutes, hates Hollywood. Like, hates the establishment. So I'm like, I'm trying to get a true crime podcast.
This is what you're telling me?
I'm telling you this. And he's like, fuck them, man. They're scumbags. They're this, they're that. And I'm thinking, like,
I didn't say that.
You were going pretty bad. Maybe not scumbags, but you were like, nah, man, listen, you need to just do it. Forget them. Then they're gonna tell you this and tell you this. You need to do it your way. And I'm sitting there thinking,
you can do it. You can do it, but don't wait for them. Don't wait for them.
Right.
Do your shit, because those motherfuckers are the ones. It's so backwards. Those are the people that are on their fucking computers scouring podcasts for TV show ideas that they can sell.
Right. Well,
they can flip to Netflix.
And I should have listened to Danny that first night, because here's what happened. I was working with someone that continually kept saying, don't do anything on your own, because that could ruin the deal that I'm working on right now. I'm working on this. I'm working on that. And he was.
What dumbass told you that?
I don't want to say his name, but the point is, he knows who he is. So the point is, and we're having Zoom meetings, and we're having meetings. They're about to fly me out to LA, and I've been out to LA. I've met with production companies, and so things were happening, but it was always, don't do anything, don't do anything, don't do just. And you know, I'm not even sure about the podcast. You going on that concrete podcast? I mean, you know, you told your whole story. I'm like, well, there's a book out. Why would I? Like, you know, so I'm like, I'm trying to sell my book. I have a book.
Yeah,
you know,
snake oil salesman, man.
Right. And he's going on and on. I mean, he meant well, but I'm saying you were right. Like, the moment I started going, yeah, I'm not waiting anymore. Mm-hmm. It's just stupid. Danny was telling me, go, just start doing it. Just start doing it. And I was like, no. Like, if I just started at that point, I'd be at least a year, maybe a year and a half ahead of where I am right now. Instead of having like 30,000 subscribers on my channel, I'd probably have 100,000 subscribers. I'd probably be paying all my bills and everything. Mm-hmm. But I didn't. Kept waiting, because I kept waiting for like the big Hollywood deal, the big mainstream.
It's so easy. It's so simple to understand. Do you think Joe Rogan would have got $100 million from Shopify if he would have waited?
Yeah, no.
Right, obviously. That's like the most extreme example. That's what I said, Spotify, right?
That's a Shopify.
Yeah,
I might have said Shopify.
Yeah,
whatever.
It's fine. I know what you mean.
Tomato.
So, yeah.